Hi ladies, Tamara Wilkinson here, your career coach and consultant. Today I want to talk about an issue that I was thinking about recently. It was a couple of weeks ago and I thought, I should make a video about this. I was listening to an app that I listen to most mornings. It's called The Word for the Day. And essentially the guy, his name's Bob Gass, and he was talking about callings and what it is that we're here to do. And it just got me thinking about, obviously my line of work as a career coach, I'm entirely focused on helping people, helping women to find their way forward. And so it just got me thinking about the difference between jobs, careers, and then callings. And I find it a really interesting issue because I think there's such a big difference with regards to jobs, careers, and callings. And all of us are involved in one of these things pretty much on a daily basis. Most of us are. So I just wanted to have a chat about that really. So in terms of jobs, I think we all know what a job is. A job is something that we do in exchange for money. So it's something that somewhere we go every day for most of us, where we exchange our time for money. And that's pretty much it, isn't it? I think I would describe a career as being the next level up. So I would describe a career as almost a job with prospects. So in terms of a career, most of us are looking for a career that offers us stability, opportunities, progression, development. And I suppose it's just a lot more secure and just offers us more in that sense. And it's more of maybe a defined pathway through which we get to work. Then we come to callings, and now I find callings really interesting because I think in terms of the bigger picture as to why we're here, that's where our calling comes into play. Now, when I listened to the Word of the Day recently, Bob, the speaker, was talking about the fact that callings are, we don't find our callings or we don't create our callings find us. And I just thought, that is a really interesting concept. And actually, I wholeheartedly agree. So, for example, I also got thinking about, and I know everybody's got different thinkings and opinions around this, and this is just mine. But I think that when it comes to callings, your calling is so important because it refers to the bigger picture and the bigger reason as to why we're here and why the things that we do on a regular basis have a wider impact on the world. It might sound a bit airy-fairy or whatever, but I just think it's huge. And I also think it's important to say that whether you have a job, whether you have a career, or whether you're fulfilling your calling, you can fulfill your calling through your job or through your career, or actually it might be totally unrelated. I do think there can be a bit of pressure out there on people sometimes to think that you've got to find you've got to be on the career path right now, you've got to get a job that you absolutely love. But I think it comes down to where we all are in our lives and also what our values are. For me, and certainly for the women that I work with, we want to have fulfilling careers, and for us, quite often that can tie in with our calling. And for me, my calling is to mentor women. Now, whether I do that through my business, whether I do that on a day-to-day basis, just through speaking the conversations that I have with people, whether that's unpaid, as it often is, that's one way that I know that's one way that I can fulfill my calling. When I think back to many years ago when I had jobs or certain career paths, I also know that I was able to fulfill my calling through those jobs. So actually I think it's just important to recognize that, again, whether you're in a job, whether you're following your career path or you're not, you can still fulfill your calling through being yourself and through just honoring your passions, your convictions, what's right for you, and just know that it does have a bigger impact. So just don't belittle whatever it is that you're doing on a day-to-day basis because it matters. So what about you? Where are you with regards to your job, your career, or your calling? Do you know where you're at the moment? It would be great to hear from you. Just have a chat. Speak to you soon. Blessings.